Hi everyone, Al the Psych here. I have a quick video for you today. I'm going to do this in two parts. This one is 45 Ways to Live Like an Italian. It's a book review, basically. It's by Raylene D'Agostino Mautner, PhD from 2023. This is all for informational purposes only. Some of the information I've taken word for word, other information I've paraphrased or just, gave my own 2 cents. So here we go. And I did this because my heritage ancestry is Italian. And I like the book. So Italians like to drink wine. Okay, so that's not much of a surprise there. But Italians don't drink wine to get drunk, according to the author. So wine is consumed regularly during mealtime, but it's rare to see an Italian that can't make it to work the next day due to a hangover. It's rare to see an Italian staggering down the street because of too much wine. Now, I don't know how true this is, but I will say I can't recall ever seeing my dad, who was Sicilian. I can't ever recall seeing him drunk. I don't know, maybe he concealed it well. And he always had some wine during dinner. In fact, when he lived in Italy, he mentioned that as a boy, when he was working with his father during lunch, he would consume a small amount of wine. That was just part of the culture. Now, again, according to the author, Italians are not in a hurry. Quality living takes priority over rushed living. Now, I'll reference my father again. He was always rushing when it came to work. He worked in construction as a general contractor. Now, he always seemed to be rushing and compulsively working, but he did take the time when he got home to sit, relax, eat slowly, and drink wine slowly. The author mentions a couple of things you can do to take life at a slower pace. Take 60 seconds just to close your eyes and meditate several times throughout the day. Spend more time doing what you love and slightly less time on your obligatory to-do list, okay? Allow yourself to relax when you feel tired instead of pushing yourself to keep going. Now, the author talks about le parole, the power of words. She suggests 3 things to do. 1, write down uplifting words. These are positive words that have meaning to you, that you would like to have occupy your thoughts. You can place these words throughout your house to where you can't help but see them. You write them down on a little card. Now, I'm sure you can come up with your own strategy. You can alternate words and things like that. Now, in fact, I remember reading about how some Olympians would write down certain words that were essential to their particular sport. For example, one Olympian would write down the word relax, and place that word on a card around the house. And every time, he saw the word, he would practice relaxing. And that helped so that during the actual event, he could just kind of go through that real quick, simple little routine, whether it be a deep breath when he was reading the word relax. So it helped him when he was participating in his event. The second section she mentions is labels such as substitutions. Here you write down events of the day that bothered you. I'm going to make sure I said this right. She labels as substitutions. So you write down the events of the day that bothered you, and in the column next to those events, you write down what you may be able to do going forward to replace that feeling or thought that bothered you. And you replace it with something that may help you feel happy or at least less bothered. Okay, and then number 3, the third section is called acting as if. And this is actually an old term from Alfred Adler. And she mentions that each morning you can set the tone of your day by envisioning yourself going through your day with joy and passion. So how about starting your day with a great breakfast and then maybe ending it, with a glass of wine, for example, or whatever, fits your routine. And I'll take this one step further. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic, started his day by priming himself for what conflicts he might face, thus making it easier to deal with conflict if, in fact, he did have that conflict occur. Now, one more thing. One more thing about words, since we're on the subject. Albert Ellis spoke of trying to avoid using hot words. Okay, so these would be words that are extreme, such as hate, awful, worst, or statements, like it's a catastrophe, things like that. So sometimes managing words can make a difficult situation less difficult. Okay, so that's it for part one, and I will get to part two later. Thank you.